Hi, Mikel. Just following up on Simon's question about Oba. Obviously, he's been through, as we've said, so much this year personally as well as the team. We know he's a very big character and big personality, but have you had to work to keep his spirits up and his personality around the dressing room this season? What's he been like as a person?
No, it's Oba's character is someone really lively. He's always joking, always smiling, and he had a difficult season for many reasons. We just, as a club and the staff, tried to support him as much as possible. The way that the team did as well when he had some personal issues, they were right behind him. And again, as I said before, football brings you another opportunity. He's in a good place right now, and he's very hungry to do something.
So he's the same Oba as ever. He's not been affected by it all.
Well, everything affects, but you have to come through that. It's about how you react to difficulties in your career, which you're going to have at some stage, and he had some this season, and it's about showing the reaction and the capacity to have that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. We'll go to Matt Dunn.
Hi, Mikel. I just wondered, you've been associated with the club for a long time. What do you believe the Arsenal DNA to be? And are those qualities long gone, as has been suggested this week by one of the club's former players?
Sorry, Matt, can you repeat the question?
I just wonder, when you hear the words Arsenal's DNA, what's your impression of what that is? And has the club still got the same DNA as it had years ago?
Well, our DNA is many factors. The history that we have, how we represent the club, our values, our way of playing, our way of doing things, our togetherness between what is the team, what is the fan, and what we are able to transmit to the world with that. And I believe that what we are trying to do is very much linked to that. There is still things to do, yes, but there was always this, because this game is evolving, this club is evolving, this club is not the same as 20 years ago, and it's not going to be the same in 20 years' time. So it's all the time something that you have to embrace, but at the same time evolve.
Thierry Henry said this week that those qualities that you talked about, and I think we're all talking about the same qualities, were long gone. You're on the inside, is that true?
I said that there are some things that we have to recover, and in our hands to do that. But I think that that is a responsibility for a lot of people, not just the team, not just the board, not just the ownership. It's as well the fans and everybody that really loves this football club.
Thanks, Matt. We'll go to the last couple now. Firstly, John Cross.
Hello, Mikel. I was just going to ask you, the club itself has been in European competition every season since 95, 96. Yourself included, pulled off something of a miracle last year by winning the FA Cup and getting the team into Europe. How important, in terms of prestige, in terms of taking the club forward, and indeed in terms of finance, is getting back into Europe for you and the club next season?
Well, I think it gives you the platform visually first, as you mentioned, and then because it's related to our history and the demands that this club has got, and then because obviously financially the way to attract a sponsor, to attract players, to improve your squad, and to challenge for the big trophies, you have to be in Europe, and that's the big challenge that we have ahead of us.
But both as a player and as a manager at Arsenal, you've been involved in some pretty tense games, return legs, final days. The clubs seem to be able to always pull out these results. How much confidence now have you got that they can do that again tomorrow night?
Well, we've got experience from the past. We've got experience from this season as well in many ways. And the last one has been in Villarreal when we were in a really difficult position with 2-0 down and 10 men, but we still managed to pull something out. And we have a big shot tomorrow.
Thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. And finally, we'll go to Nick Ames.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
We know that as you said earlier, some of the players maybe will leave the club at the end of the season, or there may be changes in personnel. Are those decisions made already, or are there some players who maybe tomorrow night and in the next few games can change your mind and change that decision?
Yeah, a lot of things can change for many different reasons, Nick. Something is a a plan, and then a plan that someone that you think is going to stay for any reason, that happens and it changes. So it's very difficult to predict 100% of that plan that is going to be what you expect to be.
Just looking back at last week's game, obviously some things went well, some things didn't go well. What would you do differently going into tomorrow's game? Well,
the way we started the game, that's for sure. We did some things that we didn't talk about. We conceded an early goal, which I think it was difficult to swallow, and it took us a little while to react after we had a really good period. How we handled both boxes and the discipline to play with 11 players in this competition, it's key, and we didn't manage either to do that. But when we did a lot of the things that we have to do, the game looked completely different.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.